Okay. I did my mandatory socials posting, I think. We gotta pause this song. For some reason it moved off of my royalty-free playlist. And I don't know if that song is royalty-free or not. And we're not gonna stick around to find out. You know? That's not what it's about. Okay. Let's do this. Our goal today, chat, is to beat this game before I leave for vacation next week. I have two games right now that I'm going to try and, neither of which are this one, but I'm going to try and beat in the next like 48 hours so that I can have a video for Wednesday and a video for next Wednesday when I'm away. And then we come back and we will rip up some multiplayer and then go from there. I got mini eggs. I got a soda pop. We're flying.
This facility is lightly defended. I don't think they expected us to find it. My targeting computer will lock onto your beacons. Place them on key structural points, then get out of there fast. I'll be flying in, lasers blazing. If everything goes as planned, we'll have the defenses down before they know what hit them. Okay, Jaden. Start with the shield generator. Otherwise, this will be a short mission.
Gotta get my sea legs back. I haven't played this game in a few days. I'm sure I gotta go up. Relatively confident up is the right way. Oh yeah, I'm getting shot at. Usually a good sign. Oh, we got a jetpack guy. All right. That was a good move. That worked out for us. Quick save. We're going this way.
Move it, Jaden. I'm coming in.
Cutscene real quick.
Put a beacon in the hangar so they can't scramble air support.
Can do. It's like literally 180 degrees. Yeah. Sick. Easy.
Head for the garrison. That should weaken their resistance. This is too easy. Next, take out the communications array, so they can't signal for help.
How do I get over there? Like, that's a crazy... Can I make this? No. Not even close. Not even close. Okay. Let's go back this way. Yeah. Getting checkpoint is a good... That's a good indicator of where we need to go. How did this guy just show up behind me? I can go up. Here? Right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Internal elevator. Sorry to the R2 unit. New shields unlocked. Quickly top up with a force heal because we know we can do that now. Yeah, I just opened a window. That seems to open both of these windows. There's only two of them, though. Can I mess with these? No. Hey, Walt. That's right, it's Jedi Academy time. It's figure out what I'm supposed to do in this room time right now. And I like... My assumption was that it wanted me to do something with like the glass. Yeah, it is crazy. How close they were in release date. I feel like I mean, there's definitely people that just like played both for sure, right? But I was a Knights of the Old Republic gamer for sure. Way more than any of this game, although I'm not completely out in this game. What year was Warcraft 3? Is that true? Because this is 2000 and... I have my spreadsheet up right now, actually. Jedi Academy. 03, right? Frozen Throne release date. 2003. Hell yeah. Wow. Just a big, just a big year for gaming. Okay, we're gonna guide this real quick. Is the comms array? Yeah, okay. Wow, I think I went like totally the wrong way here. Which is nuts to me. But I guess this isn't the room. Take me down. This says vault back up onto the doorframe again, then onto the roof of the now destroyed garrison, which is where I was initially. The now destroyed garrison is this, up here. A lot of troopers in here suddenly. Up and about. We roll into here. Up. Go up. Up. Says go. We're reading. We're reading, gamers. Past the place. What is it talking about, man? Do a 180 and vault back up onto the doorframe again, then up onto the roof of the now destroyed garrison. Oh, is it talking about... Oh, because when it finished that cutscene, it put us here. So this was the garrison. So it actually wants me on this roof. Okay. Jump onto the broken pipe. Then onto the roof behind it. Does that mean here? Yeah, maybe. See the huge radar dish on top of the building you're approaching? Yeah, this was a long walk for a short drink of water. This is gonna tell us to go exactly where we were. Yeah, cool. Very cool. Okay, we go right. There's no point trying to get into that building. The ground levels. The door is locked. Follow the catwalk to the left. Go to the right. Of the huge sparking panel. Yeah, okay, it's just gonna tell us to go up here somehow, right? And then we're gonna have to, like, do some hop, skip, jumps, maybe? Opposite the huge red storage tank that's on your left. This is gonna tell us to go exactly where I just was. This is the most roundabout route of... Oh no, this is a totally different room. I lied. Somehow completely different. Okay, well now we stop reading the guide. Now I'm confident we can get ourselves up here. Where? Heal up. Probably just go up again, I'd reckon. Usually big up gamers. Refill ammo. None of these. This is just a health refill, right? Yeah. I'll take rocket ammo though, why not? This is gonna open the shutter to a busted window, of course. Yep, there we go. Again with one of these guys. If they're gonna make jetpack troopers, they really gotta give them a way to not get a lightsaber thrown at them. 2003. Good year for video games. You listed off a lot of bangers.
Plant the next beacon on the power generator so we can disable those turbo lasers.
Look how low down it is. That's underneath me right now, I think, right? This is probably gonna hurt. Okay, it's fine. Force heal. A real discovery. Enough of that. Is it down there, maybe? Yeah, it was one level lower, right? Is this, oh yeah, that's a door that goes open, okay. Can we take this lift down, or is this gonna be a busted lift? Nice. Perfect.
You're doing great, Jaden.
Oh, I know. I know, Wedge. Here's my dark confession. I've never played a Castlevania game. Not even one. No reason. I'm sure I'd enjoy them.
Command center next, Jaden.
But
that's the last target.
Just hasn't come up. Yeah, I've played Metroid games. I've played Metroid games. I've played Shadow Complex. There's more? Oh wow, that guy got eliminated. I guess not actually helpful to force push a guy who has a jetpack. In retrospect. They're not getting Mondo hurt by that. I should have watched, but I imagine inside the command... Oh, inside the command tower is probably actually where we were before, right? When I didn't know where I was going. That feels like a safe bet. I bet that's right. I am. Thank you. I bet it's not now. I bet now it's perfectly fixed. Thank you for the call out. Shane, I did not know. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, it was going through my my mixer's been acting real wonky of late and just kind of like resetting settings when I reboot it, which is obviously very cool. So it must have just reset. Outputting to the audience mix as well. Thank you for that. Oh yeah, it's right here. I'm totally guessing, but I'm assuming that this is where it's gonna want to tell me to go. Yeah.
Who are you?
It's good to trigger the cutscene as the Dark Jedi begins to speak to you. Do you think I'm gonna have to fight this guy now? Or do you think that
a number of troops are making their way to the storage tanks to sabotage them? Stop
I am.
Or this mission will be for nothing.
I am gonna have to fight him.
Roger that.
I was hoping that was just gonna be the end of the mission, and then I wouldn't have to. Turns out I actually still don't have to do anything. Wow, thank you, stormtroopers, for not reacting to anything. They got one trooper. This guy's not dead yet? Oh, I'm not hitting him. We'll engage in the traditional combat of shooting a bad E11 at each other from across a gap. Tale as old as time in Star Wars. This actually isn't a platform I need to be on, though. It turns out we need to get over here. Can't make that jump, hey? No, that's too far for sure. Grip a force heal while we go. I'm ripping the light. I got light and medium unlocked for saber styles right now. I like the speed attacks, you know? I'm a fast attack guy in all games. Get out of there. Oh, just anytime you can do a fast spinny maneuver with lightsabers. That's the stuff. I almost, wow, this guy just got, I mean, that's a tough way to go, right? I didn't even really slash at him for the most part. I kind of just held my lightsaber on him after I stomped on his head like I'm frickin' Mario. Disarm the one remaining bomb on the Tabana gas tanks. On the Tabana gas tanks, eh? Oh, it's this one.
That did it! Get back to your ship, Jaden. We're out of here.
Okay, can do. Easy. Easy request. Getting back to lightsaber talk while we run back to our ship, wherever it may be. Something I've seen coming up a lot lately. I mean, it's not a new complaint, right? But so when you look at the saber combat over the course of the Star Wars live action media, let's say. That's a good way to word it. The Star Wars live action media as a whole. You got the original trilogy, where the saber movements are pretty deliberate in the original trilogy. And then you do the prequel trilogy. Sorry, one second. I gotta rip up a Dark Jedi real quick. You gotta fake him out with a bunch of moves, and then you get him to just raise his lightsaber a little bit, it turns out, and he's cooked. So you got the pretty deliberate movements of the OT, right? And then prequel trilogy, you're at the Jedi Knights, not like the height of their order, but they're powerful. So they're spinning. These guys are whipping the lightsabers around. And then you get the sequel trilogy and the newer stuff, and the lightsabers seem heavy in a lot of cases, right? And there's a lot of renewed discourse recently over the heavier lightsaber, and I don't always care for the heavy look of the combat. But I do think it's really funny to watch people complain about it so much, because they are just using it as like a thing that they can tick off as something that Disney did wrong with Star Wars. And then they compare it to the original trilogy lightsaber, or the prequel trilogy lightsaber combat, where, you know, you're getting the Obi-Wan spins out and stuff like that, right? And it's like, that's true. But if you look at the original trilogy lightsaber combat, it is not fast-paced, spinny combat, you know? It's closer to the heavy combat than it is to the prequel trilogy stuff. It's just such a weird thing to like. Yeah, they were heavy back then, man. It's like they. Yeah, that's exactly it too. It's like, it's more evocative of samurai duels in the original trilogy, because that was the inspiration, right? I think they do seem a little too heavy, probably, in a lot of duels. Rise of Skywalker is probably the worst offender. Yeah, totally. I think the Kylo Ren heavy combat works quite a bit. I think the duel in the rain in Rise of Skywalker is too heavy for both of them, probably. But Rebels establishes that, like, the lightsaber will start to feel lighter the more attuned to it you are, and the more, like, attuned to the Force you are, too, right? So even, like, canonically, there's explanation for why people are whipping the lightsabers around in the prequel trilogy relative to the rest of the media. Yeah, they did. That fight scene in the woods in the Acolyte is amongst the best combat they've done at all, like, across the entire series, I think. The neck snap scene is still one of my favorite scenes in Star Wars, despite my misgivings with the Acolyte in general. We've received anonymous information that a large number of assassin droids have flooded the black market recently. These droids have been banned for a number of years, and no public companies produce them. Lanik Rakto, Star Wars ass name, a small-time crime lord on Coruscant, is suspected to be manufacturing these new droids. Cool.
Hey, Jaden, you should be able to handle this no problem.
Okay, Will.
Small-time thugs like Rakto are usually very intimidated by the sight of a lightsaber.
Need another Pepsi. Okay, so here's what I'll say. I like parts of the Acolyte. I don't like other parts. In general, I think it's pretty mid to below average. But I do bet, I haven't gone back and watched it, but I bet that show is better binged watched than it was week to week. I think it had horrible cut points for the episodes. I'm hesitating to say pacing because when you complain about the pacing in Acolyte, there's like two camps of people, and I understand why the latter camp that I'm about to explain exists. There's the camp of people that just like wanted to hate Acolyte, right? For reasons that are obviously just like bigoted for the most part. You gotta ignore their take. There's also a field of people that are staunch Acolyte defenders because of the bigoted people, and I get why that you gotta exist there, because you gotta push back on bad faith opinions. But those people will like really push back hard when you complain about the pacing of Acolyte, and they'll be like, you don't understand shows and mystery reveals and stuff like that. And it's like, well, no, I do. Like, I watched Russian Doll, also a Headland show. Thought that was pretty well done. I think the Acolyte just suffered from where they were cutting the episodes a lot of the time. So I bet binge watched, that show actually probably feels better than it did with the week-to-week experience. The Game Boy Advance heads are crazy in this game. They go to like a rage face. They get, well, not even a rage face. They just get like a narrowed eyebrow face every time they finish speaking too. They like finish their facial animation, and their default idle animation is just angry. And you get to just see it every time. Oh, I gotta get the OBS plugin that lets me clip things. That was a powerful kill. That's Jedi. That's how you kill as a Jedi. People don't wanna admit it, but that's peak Jediism. You stomp on their head on the way by, and then you give them a quick oomph. Unbreakable Jedi combo. Speaking of Game Boy Advance games, what is my mission? Capture Lenik Racto, gain access to Racto's office buildings. You should watch the Jude Law thing. Skeleton Crew is probably my second favorite. Well, it's tough. It is not as good as Andor. It is, in my opinion, probably at least as good as Mandalorian Season 1. And I think you could probably make the argument that it is better than Mandalorian Season 1 is. It's very, very, very well done. The practical effects, yeah, the practical effects are awesome in Skeleton Crew. The episodes are, I thought, quite well paced for week-to-week episodes. I went into that thinking that show was not going to be for me at all, and was shockingly surprised. Jude Law does an excellent job. Come here. Well, I think he died from the fall. Sorry, buddy. Jude Law does a phenomenal job acting. That job has some, or that show has some good, like, it operates counter. That was a bad jump. Did I quick save? Uh-oh. We might have a problem. I didn't quick save. I knew it. Ah, Mike.
Did you think you could just
it like I'm blanking on the word right now, but it dodges your expectations of what that show is going to do on like a character to character perspective quite well. Really good watch. Really, really good watch. I'm also now reading, there's a new, as of a week and a bit ago, there's a new book that's like it's like a Mon Mothma, Bail Organa, and Saw Gerrera rebellion book. It's like in the like weeks after the Empire is formed, and it's very, very, very Andor coded so far. I'm probably about 7 or 8 chapters in. Very much for Andor enjoyers. But that book's been really good so far too. A lot of the stuff that's going on in that book, very topical for the real world right now too. Just some of the ways they describe things. It's like, this book picked a good time to come out. Over-award Ahsoka points because I like the source material they're working with, and it's heavy on the type of jingling keys I like. Yeah, that's fair. I also think that Ray Stevenson does a really, really good job as Baylan Skoll in that show. I'm interested to see where they take the character. I can't remember, I'm blanking on the actor's name now for the life of me, but they've got the Hound reprising the character. I'm really excited to see what happens with him in season 2 of Ahsoka. But in general, as a Rebels enjoyer, Ahsoka's quite good. Oh! Backflip into a thermal detonator. Sick. Actually, just gonna force heal real quick and then I'll deal with this guy. Where are you? Tough one. I'm a man. I mean, I'm a Mando enjoyer too. I can't remember how I short out the shields on something like this. I think I want medium for... What do I do with this guy? Hey, answer, don't walk into his electricity field. That's probably a good start. I would put Ahsoka... I'd probably go like Andor. Like Mando season 1 and Skeleton Crew are probably tied for me. And then I go Mando season 2 and 3, even though there's a lot of mixed feelings about... Okay, one way to deal with him, I guess. A lot of mixed feelings about Mando season 3, I know, but probably go there. And then probably Ahsoka. And a lot of that Mando placement is because I like non-Jedi material a lot. So it's getting some points there for me, for sure.
Free target practice.
But I think Ahsoka's after that. To be honest, like, even though Acolyte's got problems and like Book of Boba Fett gets memed on, in terms of live action Star Wars series, there hasn't been, like, in my opinion, a lot of colossal miss the way that the narrative would have you believe. I think I just squished my head on my way through there. I think most of it is, like, at worst fine. I'm also a terminal enjoyer of things, though, so grain of salt on my opinion. I'm starting to use these force powers a little more. Oh, maybe Mike, maybe we don't walk into the electricity field. It seems like it kind of goes up and comes down. Here's what I'll say, Walt. If that's what you wanted out of Book of Boba Fett, I haven't played it for Holocron Hoard, obviously, yet, but the thing that inspired me to finally do this project was, I played Outlaws. My lightsaber was trapped in that guy's shield. I I played Star Wars Outlaws, and people said there were problems with that game at launch, but I didn't play it till December. And I'll say that game is like probably the feel that I don't get it. I killed the other one in like 2 hits. So what's the difference maker there that like made the other one die so quickly?
Free target practice.
I got what I wanted from that aspect of Boba Fett out of Star Wars Outlaws. You get a ton of crime content in that game. And I just paid for like I did a month of Ubisoft Plus or whatever to play through that game. I actually just booted it up the other day because I want to play through the DLC. I probably won't play it for Hoard for like a year. I want to give it some time, and then go back to it. But had a lot of fun with that game. Got all my crime content. Okay, we're hitting quick save. Thought I made R my force speed button, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I am moving at force speed right now. There were a lot of misses in Boba Fett that they could have done better, but did that kill him? Oh, it didn't. I wondered if that was an electrified field that would just like wreck a lot of these guys instantly.
Get back here.
Shield up.
Free target practice.
Where? Oh, in here. Big saves. Where are we going next? Down here? Yeah. Okay, I've had it with these droids. I guess, you know what? Now thinking about the mission description, these are probably the droids that are not supposed to be manufactured, right? These are the illegal droids. Can I hit force speed here? Yeah. That's the move. The force speed I don't think was working before because I wasn't, I didn't have enough juice. You gotta have 50 juice. Force juice. Do you think I'm going? I jumped down here, right? From up there? Yeah, so it's gotta be this way. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's the busted platform that I came from.
What are you doing here? Who are you?
Oh, I honestly didn't realize this was a Dark Jedi. I thought it was just some guy. Because it's weird that he didn't pull his lightsaber out. Right?
Stop.
We all find that a little odd? I get that, like, sometimes you can be a Jedi and not have to use your lightsaber. But if you're a dark Jedi, I feel like That's kind of got to be the first thing you do, right? Bust that bad boy out. You're going for intimidation factor. Red blade. Mondo intimidating. Oh, it is an upsy. Classic crime lord's office. Weird statues, very open, big desk.
How did you get up here? No matter. If it's
Confused
trouble
tone
you're
of
looking
voice.
for, you came to the right place, Jedi.
Let's fight 4 of them. And then he had a box drop on him. Wish I'd hit force speed when they weren't. One dead. Out here for a sec. He's got all kinds of stuff here. Not stuff I can pick up, it turns out. I went for Skyrim mode. I was like, maybe we can steal this from him. Look at those are their little run animations. Ouch. Do I have Bacta? Uh-oh. No Bacta. Okay. We're just running. New Jedi maneuver. New Jedi maneuver. Oh, my jumping was probably draining my force power so fast. Okay, got him with one. Doing a lot of hit and runs right now. You just gotta weave in between their shield periods. Maybe not like stand next to them when they're definitely about to electrify. See? Easy, chat.
That'll teach a Jedi to break into.
What?
Now, let's talk about these assassin droids.
Jaden. That's evil
Where's
coded.
your factory?
Hidden on Nar Shaddaa. If you don't hurt me, I'll tell you where it is.
It's evil coded to sneak up on somebody and like if you throat lightsaber somebody,
Got from Racto, New Republic agents raided the droid factory on Nar Shaddaa and shut it down.
you put that Padawan on watch.
Luke's coming
Thanks,
up
Kyle.
with a plan for tracking down the disciples of Ragnos, but it may take some time. If you want, you can take one more mission. Otherwise, meet us in the audience chamber.
Let's just go to the
Kylo Ren sensed
academy.
great anger in you, Jaden. You must learn to control it, or it could lead you to the dark side.
Got a lot of issues with Legends EU Luke that don't seem to surface themselves when people are talking about Luke Skywalker. But he knows. You gotta admit, the guy knows. He agrees with me. Also, Luke, you can't be talking about anger issues and then be making this default idol face. What are you so mad about?
The disciples of Ragnos are getting bold. They've managed to siphon force energy from every site that was mentioned in my journal. We still don't know what it is they're planning to do with the energy, though. It's imperative that we track down the leader of this cult.
That's right.
But how?
He's upset about
If they've already
Mara
hit every
Jade.
place in your journal. There are several places I didn't mention by name that they've discovered, like Dagobah.
Yeah, I forgot the annoying guy is kidnapped right now.
Journals to discover other places. We need to beat them to these locations. Considering how we lost a student last time, we must be very cautious.